side. That's
2-0 count.
2-0.
For the McPherson recruit.
Okay.
Hello and welcome into the Erie Tiger Network. We're live here in Denver at Coors Field. Alex Haley joined by Caleb Humble today, where the Erie Tigers baseball team will take on University High School. Now, Caleb, this is only an exhibition game, just a scrimmage, but explain the importance of playing a game at a major league ballpark.
Well, it's a really good experience. I mean, take a look at the dugout. It's a very big number of kids out here who are just here just because they sold some tickets, but really to get off a good start. I mean, it's also a really cool experience. You get to go through the dugout. You get to warm up on the field, too, so it's a really cool atmosphere.
Now, they are keeping score here, and obviously the 1-3 Erie Tigers have gotten out to kind of a slow start. Coach Simmons most likely looking for a win today and looking to hang in there and learn some things about the team as well.
Yeah, nice seeing Kyle Cooper there get on base. A good start. Nash Phillips up now.
Dre Chacon on the mound for University as Phillips skies this one foul.
Also, Phillips, a sophomore, really had a good role on this team. Had a little rough start to the season, but trying to put it around, trying to get his bat going.
And Ash Phillips, a guy who saw some innings at the varsity level as a freshman. That curveball is grounded towards short, picked up and mishandled by the shortstop for University. That'll advance Kyle Cooper to third. And now Erie's got first and third with no outs in the top of the first.
Nice heads-up play by Kyle Cooper. Saw the shortstop couldn't handle it and just took off for third. So, nice play there. First and third, no outs for Gavin Mendoza.
So that'll be an error credited to Caleb Padilla, who is University's second hitter. So Gavin Mendoza steps in. Gavin already a home run on the season as he hits this one up towards the middle of the infield. Third baseman arranges over and makes the play. That's Colton Widler.
Could have been a nice try also to see Kyle Cooper trying to get a little pickle going because there's no one even near his bag. So maybe trying to scare them, trying to throw the ball back. I mean, maybe just worth a chance, but good to stay back, though.
So that brings up Daniel Rogers, batting cleanup for Erie. That one catches the outside corner, so 0-1.
And pardon the title on the event here on YouTube. It says it gets Platte Valley, but we're here against University schools, so I couldn't change that, but still here.
Rogers swings and misses. Throw down to second. In safely is Phillips, and Cooper scores on the throwdown. So an early 1-0 lead for Erie.
Again, good play by Cooper. He's a fellow Erie Tiger Network member. He also gone to play college at McPherson. So good there for Kyle, trying to keep playing baseball in his future.
So an 0-2 now to Rogers with a runner in scoring position. Curveball hangs high. Chacon's shown good movement. Not a ton of speed, however.
Yeah, it's just hard for some of the Tigers batters. I mean, this year it's been kind of hard. Pitching has been pretty good. Fielding has been pretty good. It's every other day try to find it.
Rogers fouls that one back into the crowd. 1-2.
Tigers, like I said, on a 1-3 record, but held really close last Saturday against Holy Family. lost in the 7th inning at 6-5. So it was a hard game to choke by, but a good start.
That curveball driven towards center field, and in for the play is Johnson, and the runner has to hold at second base. So 2 down now for Erie in the top of the first, 1-0. Brings up Zach Reese. Erie's got a good bunch of players in the 3, 4, and 5 slots. 3 really great hitters.
Reese is senior for the team, so
Phillips moves on the play, no throwdown, so
yeah, Reese's had a good start to the season. More of a power hitter for the Tigers, but really trying to find that groove. But, you know, this Tigers team it lost a bunch of hitters last year, but, I mean, the pitching's been pretty good. Carter Leach, Kyle Cooper, Trey Rearick, so Tigers trying to find some hits here.
Reese pulls that one. It was inside, and he drives it down the foul line. Chacon set to deal the 0-2. That one also fouled off by Reese.
But yeah, going back to last week against the Holy Family on Saturday, it was 5-5 going into the last inning. Holy Family eventually scores 1, but Tigers had 2 runners in scoring position, but ended the game on a double play. So, I mean, good spot for the Tigers. Just got to end up closing it out.
And there's a curveball, swing and a miss by Reese, and that ends the top of the first. 1-0 Erie on top due to some errors and good base running. We'll be right back on the ETN. Welcome back in here on the Erie Tiger Network. Alex Ailey joined by Caleb Humble here at Coors Field in downtown Denver, where Erie is battling University. Already up 1-0. Some good base running, and an error to get Kyle Cooper to the plate. Caleb, how important is the hot start for Erie?
Well, we've had a couple of games where, I mean, we had our first game against Fort Morgan where you go up a bunch of runs. I think it was about 7. But Erie's prone to having some good starts, but really just got to figure out how to close out some games. End up losing that game against Fort Morgan, ended up on a walk. Losing a game against Holy Family, which is a very, very good team. But I don't know. You got to start off well, but make sure you finish well. It's the same thing. So really trying to get on a good start.
On the mound to start the game for Erie is Trey Rearick. And the leadoff hitter is University starting pitcher Dre Chacon. Yeah, especially with this year's team, we've seen it already. Last year's team really struggled with it, losing 8 games by 1 run. Closing games has really been a struggle the past few years for Erie.
Yeah. Also having a bunch of seniors going out last year. I mean, you have also Ruben Portillo, who got injured last year, also going out to play in college. But losing him is pretty hard as a pitcher, even though you have Rarick, you have Leach, and you have Cooper, who all are ace pitchers. So, I don't know, trying to find the bats is what I'm going to say for these Tigers, trying to get the offense going.
One and two, the count to Chacon. Rarick deals sorry about that. That's strike 3, caught the outside corner.
Good start there from Rarick, striking out the leadoff hitter, but I believe he did the same thing against Holy Family. He started the game, but he started off well, but just ended up had a lot of pitches in the 3rd inning. So
Rarick's first to Caleb Padilla is outside. Another fastball at the knees for strike 1. And that one left outside as well. So 2-1 to Caleb Padilla. Starting shortstop for University, he fouls that one off, so 2-2.
Go back to the Erie squad. I mean, it's a relatively young team. I mean, you got just a few seniors. Matt Kelly, Zach Reese, Austin Klingmeyer. I mean, you have Connor Leach and Kyle Cooper. So, I mean, you got 5, but honestly, it's a very young team, and it would be good in the next coming years. If Trey Rarick staying only as a sophomore, I believe, pitching for the next couple of years. Gavin Mendoza, Nash Phillips. You have Mason Vivi coming up, who's starting to play some more, who's a freshman. So really trying to see them start playing more.
This one driven up the middle, and Padilla's going to get on with a single.
Just shot right in the middle of that gap, so nothing to really worry about. Just looking for a double play here.
This brings up Colton Widler, who is University's starting 3rd baseman. Man on, 1 out. Rarick deals in the dirt. That's going to go to the screen and advance Padilla to second. So now a man in scoring position for the Bulldogs.
It looked a little out of sync there. Didn't look like he was doing his normal routine. He looked like he was a little fast there and ended up throwing it a little late. That's when going in the dirt, a little low and little left. So Mendoza there going out talking to him, trying to calm him down.
Yeah, you see sometimes with pitchers, especially starting pitchers, you get a man on and you move from the windup to the stretch, and that can kind of throw you off. Rarick set to deal the 1-0. That's down the middle, swung on and missed for strike 1.
Nice little fastball right down the pipe, just trying to calm some nerves. Just throw it as hard as you can right down the middle.
Rarick misses his own, so 2-1. Rarick down the middle that time, 2-2.
Nice deal there from Rarick, trying to close out this one.
This one Squibbed toward third, picked up by Rarick across the diamond.
Nice pick up there from Rarick. Barehanded it in the infield, but nice throw right there to Connor Leach at first. Advanced the runner to third, but 2 outs. Just try to get that thing to first.
So a base hit ties things up for University. It's Grayson Swanson at the plate for the Bulldogs. Rarick leaves that one low and away. The 1-0 high, but still swung on by Swanson. He evens it up at 1-1.
Got a good crowd out here today for both schools. University out in Greeley, but nice showing.
That one lined over the head of Nash Phillips at second base. That'll drive home a run for University. And we've got a tie game here in the bottom of the first, 1-1.
Yeah, like I was saying, Greeley, I have University up in Greeley. It's really good showing. About like 5 or 6 rows up, they got some almost full of parents and family members and students. Erie out here too with at least like 3 or 4, but I mean, good showing for both just for a scrimmage out here at Coors Field.
Brings up Cameron Milter for University. Man on first with 2 outs. Pickoff move, not in time. Eric delivers in there for strike 1.
We were trying to get out of this inning with at least as many as pitches as possible. Last time, like I said earlier, he had a lot of pitches in 1 inning. It kind of tired him out, so try to get him done early.
Another pickoff attempt. The 1-1. Grounded towards third base, mishandled by Reese, picked up, and he's going to keep it to himself. So an error by Zach Reese puts 2 men on with 2 out, brings up Braden Forrester.
Now we just need to have Rurick there just calm his nerves. You have a force out at first, second, and third. So just trying to get out of this inning with only a 1-1 instead of maybe anything else higher than that. So try to have, just calm it, throw some good pitches.
That one right down the pipe, strike 1 from Rarick. That one's fouled off. So 0-2 now. The payoff pitch to Forrester. Misses outside, so 1-2.
Good start, though, from Rurick getting ahead in the count.
Curveball hangs high, so 2-2. One of the few breaking balls we've seen from Rurick today. He's stuck with that fastball for a while now. Another curveball left high, so a full count now to Braden Forrester in an at-bat that was once 0-2.
Let's try to find it here. Batter's going to be swinging, but try to find a good spot.
Rarick deals. That one's fouled back to the screen. Still a full count to Forrester. This one fouled off as well. Good at bat from Braden Forrester.
Really sticking in there, trying to find those spots and just trying to keep it going. But Rurik trying to close this one out with try to throw as many least pitches as possible.
And that one's in there for strike 3 called, and that ends the bottom of the first. Tied at 1 between Erie and University. It's Leach, Klingenmeyer, and Rurik when we return on the Erie Tiger Network. Is one of the Erie varsity players. We've got Daniel Betancourt here. Daniel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Just excited to watch some baseball here at Coors Field. It's always an exciting experience.
Now, Dan, you guys start the season 1-3. Obviously not the start you were looking for. What are you guys going to work on and do to improve and boost that record?
I think the key to us winning ball games this year is going to be our offense. I think we have the pitching that we need to keep low-scoring games. And if we can perform on the offensive side of the ball, I think we'll be able to pull out a lot of wins.
So, you talk about the offense being big. Obviously, a huge middle of the lineup with Gavin Mendoza, Zach Reese, and Dan Rogers. Do you really look for them to anchor you guys this year?
Yeah, I think they're going to be definitely be the heart of the offense. That's why they are where they are in the order. With Nash in the one hole, he does a good job of getting on base, and Gavin usually comes through and advances him. And with Dan and Zach Reese in the next 2 positions, I think we're in a good spot to definitely score some runs as long as we can be aggressive on the base paths and as long as Dan and Zach do their jobs. I think that should be a pretty good anchor.
So, looking at University right now, what are your initial thoughts?
Well, I just got here, but it doesn't look like their pitcher is throwing too hard, and that has been a struggle of ours, is hitting high velo. We haven't been able to really touch too many guys that are 80-plus. Holy Family rolled out 5 guys that were all 83-plus against us, which you're not going to get with very many 4A baseball teams in Colorado at least. So I think we really just need to work on hitting faster guys. So if we can see some better competition, but I don't know. University I haven't really heard much about him this year, so not a ton of stats I've seen or information I've heard from him.
All right. And then Caleb Furman is going to join us as well. I'll give them a chance to switch the headphones. Caleb, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So one of the things I talked with Dan was the slow start. How are you guys looking to battle back and improve the record throughout the season?
Well, we just got to start playing some smart baseball, and I think we're just knock out the selfish playing and just try to advance runners and get them in scoring position and try to knock in some runs.
Okay. This one hit deep into the gap by Connor Leach.
What a big Connor.
That rolls all the way nearly to the warning track, and that's going to be a stand-up double.
Good stuff.
So Dan talked about your offense. What role do you look to play in the offense this season?
With my shoulder injury this year, I think I'm just going to be running some bases, but just looking to coach to tell me what to do and just making sure I'm on his hip pocket so I can get in there, steal some bases, and just do what I can to help out the team. I think we'll will best help me and the team. And I just want to do what's best for the team to start winning some ball games.
And finally, what's the team goal this year? What are you guys working towards?
The team goal is just, have that great win record, get to the playoffs, and win some games, because that's the goal.
All right, thank you for joining me today. There's your interview with Caleb Furman and Daniel Betancourt. And now Caleb Humble joins me again.
Hello, I'm back.
So Leach on second, and then Austin Klingenmeyer just flew out to left field. That brings up Fisher Moore, who is DHing for the pitcher Rarick. Runner in scoring position here. Curveball battled back by Fisher.
Nice to see, though, the bats flying first part of this inning. Really trying to expose this pitcher. I mean, he's not throwing super hard, so seeing Leach out there, any other ballpark, that one looked like it would have been out. So, and then also Klingmeyer having a nice hit out in the left. So, good start, but really trying to find some more bats going.
Chacon deals. This one misses low and away. So even count 1-1 to Fisher Moore.
Leach goes to third and is safe in there, so a little left, but nice there from Leach on that play.
So Chacon ready to deal the 2-1 to Moore. Runner on third. This one fouled back as well. So even count at 2-2. Chacon, the payoff pitch. High, swung on and missed by Fisher Moore. So 2 down here in the top of the second. And that brings up Trevor Ball, the last hitter in the lineup here. This ball driven up the middle by Ball, and he's going to reach base on time and drive in a run. So Leach scores, Ball gets on to first. So 2-1, Erie on top. That brings the top of the lineup. Kyle Cooper steps in for the second time today. That pitch nearly got away from the catcher for University. That's Forrester. Chacon deals the 1-0. That one's in at the knees for strike one. Oh my goodness. That one catches the outer edge. So 1-2 now to Cooper. Kyle Cooper, who started this game off with a walk. Curveball swung on and missed by Cooper, and that'll end the inning. Erie puts up another run, and for University, the lineup when we come back is going to be Strain, Dart, and Johnson. Alex Haley and Caleb Humble live from Coors Field in Denver. Erie on top 2-1 here in the exhibition game against University, and the hitting really showed there for Erie as Connor Leach had a big gap double that almost reached a warning track. And one of the things we were talking about with Dan and Caleb during the break was confidence, especially with the team and especially in hitting as well. Off to the 1-3 start. Just got their first win against Delta. Caleb, let's talk about what that does for a team's confidence.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to have a lot of confidence right now when you play Fort Morgan and you were up by 7, but then end up losing that one. Playing the two hardest teams in the conference, like Dan said, having at least 3 pitchers who are 80 plus. And then also losing both those, but then you win against Delta. So, I mean, really hard start you have here, but trying to get on the right track, having some pitchers, having like really good pitchers going, like Kyle Cooper, like I said before, Trey, Connor, all those guys who are going in. And then also you have trying to get the bats going with at least Connor Leach going out there early, hitting it any other place that thing would have been out. So, really, it's a good start. I mean, up 2-1, but now it's trying to find a way to keep closing it out.
So leading off the inning for University is Lee String, and we have a new pitcher for Erie. It's Kyle Cooper, and Cooper starts the at-bat 1-2. Cooper steps off and resets. That one dribbled towards Reese at third. He makes the throw across the diamond to Leach. And that's one down here in the bottom of the second. Brings up Levi Dart, the second baseman for University.
Kyle Cooper now on the mound, like we said before. Kyle's going to pitch for McPherson in Kansas. So Kyle really trying to take that next step. Really took last year to try to put his pitching skills together, and really came together this year, throwing at least 80 plus, being one of the hardest throwers on the team with Connor and Kyle. But we're excited for Kyle trying to compete at the next level.
Cooper deals in the dirt, 1-1. The 1-1 drilled over the head of the shortstop and into left field, so Dart is on first with a single.
Kyle also pitched a really good game last Saturday against Holy Family. Only allowed 1 run, and that was the last one. But Kyle really trying to put his skills together, trying to get these Tigers to keep going. Even though it's an exhibition match and it's just a scrimmage, really trying to find some rhythm.
So here's the center fielder for the Bulldogs. This is Nolan Johnson. University not utilizing the designated hitter like Erie is with Fisher Moore and Trey Rurick. One to 0 to start the at-bat. Cooper deals. This one left outside, so 2-0 to start the at-bat. Cooper leaves it high, now a 3-0 count to Nolan Johnson.
And when you get a chance, you could subscribe to our YouTube channel, Erie Tiger Network. You can also follow us on Twitter at Erie Tiger Net, posting updates all the time of all of our athletics and all of our events here at the high school.
And Cooper deals a 4-pitch walk. So 2 on, 1 out for University, and that brings up Dre Chacon and the top of the order. So Mendoza goes out, talks a bit with Cooper.
Trying to calm Cooper, even though he's done this a long time, but trying to get him just to make sure that we execute the little things.
Cooper in a pressure situation here, 2 on. Inside and high to Chacon. So 1-0, 5 straight balls from Kyle Cooper.
Wouldn't hurt maybe try to find one right down the middle just to get your confidence back. So love to see that for here from Cooper.
Cooper deals. This one fouled away. That's into the second deck here at Coors. Two to 1, Erie on top. Good hitting so far displayed by both schools. Cooper checks twice towards second. Now steps off and looks the runner back. Cooper fires away. Dribbled towards ball. It's short. This should be a double play ball to Phillips. Cross the diamond and it pulls Leach off. So they only get one there. 2 outs. Runners on the corner. And now Caleb Padilla comes up to the plate with a chance to drive home a run.
Still, you got 2 outs though, so still got to force at first and second. But try to get out of this inning with the lead here. Good, it would be a good confidence booster for the Tigers here.
Cooper deals outside there, 1-0. This one down the center of the plate evens it up at 1-1. Change up left high. Now 2-1 to Padilla.
Outfield playing pretty shallow out here. Wouldn't look very shallow if it was like a regular high school field, but looks pretty shallow from compared to what university's playing.
This one driven towards center field, high into the air, and that'll be dealt with easily by Welcome back in here on the Erie Tiger Network. Erie leads 2-1 after 2 innings here at Coors Field. And looking around the stadium, the Rockies have made some new developments out here, most notably the scoreboard in left field. Cody, big, it really defines Colorado, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, you got the mountains, you got everything there, and it's definitely new and it's beautiful, honestly.
Yeah, obvious improvements being made by the Rockies. In addition to the rooftop in right field, which was added a few years ago. So Nash Phillips leads things off for Erie in the 3rd inning. And we have a new pitcher for University. It is I believe Lee Strain, and Phillips gets hit with the ball, so he'll go down to first. And it is Lee Strang on the mound for the Bulldogs. And the umpire having a little chat with Strang after that one, not sure what about. So Gavin Mendoza steps in with a runner on.
Gavin's been hitting really well this year. His first at-bat this season was a home run against Fort Morgan, and that's a great way to start your season off there.
Mendoza looks at one right down the middle, so 0-1. Good chance to put up some runs here as we hit the middle of the lineup. Pickoff move, Phillips back in time. That one high and wide, so 1-1 to Mendoza. Strang misses wide again. 2-1. He's been dealing in that right-handed batter's box as he hit Phillips in the previous at-bat. This one left low, so 3-1 to Mendoza. Mendoza fouls this one off down the third base line. And now Strang has Mendoza in a full count. Mendoza pulls this one to deep right field. It'll be dealt with by University for out number 1. That was Grayson Swanson out there on right who made the play. Give him credit, they played Mendoza deep, which was a smart move.
That was a great hit by Mendoza. Great, even better defense by University there.
So 1 out, man on first for Dan Rogers, who is in right field right now for the Tigers. Strang fires. Check swing. However, called a ball, 1-0. This one at the knees for strike 1. Evens it up. This one fouled back by Rogers. So 1-2 to Rogers. And this one driven up the middle, and it's caught by the second baseman. Fantastic play by Levi Dart. So 2 down now here in the top of the third. It brings up Zach Reese. And after the hit by a pitch from Phillips, Erie hasn't been able to produce. Swing and a miss from Reese. 0-1. And that one taken at the knees for strike 2. So Strang set to deal the payoff. Pulled down the left field line, foul.
And Zach has a lot of that strong side power, and he can hit straight down the third base line, and you got that defense, you got to be careful because he's got a lot of power and he could rip it right over top of you.
Yeah, left field, the shortest part of the ballpark here at Coors Field, so right-handed hitters have the advantage. Strang deals the 0-2, skied towards second base, and ranging back and making the play is Dart. So that ends the top of the third. Erie on top 2-1. We go to the bottom of the third for University when we return on the ETN. Welcome back in here on the Erie Tiger Network, bottom of the third. Erie leading University 2-1 here. And up for the Bulldogs is Colton Whittler, the third baseman. Kyle Cooper still on the mound.
Kyle only looking, beforehand always looking to pitch 1 inning, but now coming out playing just a couple, trying to get Tigers to get another, keep the lead here. So try to keep the defense going.
That one in there, now 2-1. This one fouled back into the second deck by Widler. So 2-2.
That one fouled right above us, so trying to see if Kyle can close this one out here in the 2-2 count.
Cooper deals. And that one left outside. Full count. This one tipped away as well, so the count remains full.
Mendoza also here on catcher today. One of his second start at catcher. First start was last Saturday versus Holy Family.
And Cooper leaves that one up and in, so Widler leads off with a walk.
Yeah, again with Mendoza, he's a very active in the school. Played basketball, played football, involved in student government. Just accepted in the National Honor Society. He's a good kid. He's trying to find his place and really trying to. He also ran for student body vice president again this year. So Gavin really trying to put his name in the school, and good start here, having a good career in baseball as well.
Cooper deals high again. He struggled to find the zone today.
Kyle really looked like he's been pitching well mostly this season, but it's been really hard for him so far. This today, just really not finding it. Really, he's been high mostly, but just trying to find all those different pitches and put them in the right spots.
This one driven foul towards right field. Cooper ready to deal the 1-1. And he misses outside again, so 2-1.
Cooper here just really trying to find one, put it right down the middle, just find your groove, find your rhythm. A lot of baseball, a lot of sports even, are just mostly just dependent on rhythm. And Kyler here just needs to find that and just try to keep it going on defense here. And the bats will swing if the defense is going.
And Cooper hits the batter, so Swanson goes down to first. A walk and a hit batter to start the inning for Kyle Cooper. And this brings up Cameron Moulter, the first baseman. Again, Kyle really struggling to find the zone.
Still nothing hurt though. You have no outs, but you have runners at first and second, so you still have force outs at 3 of the 4 bags. So try to find maybe get an infield hit and get a double play.
Cooper deals strike 1 down the middle. A chance to produce some runs for University. 2 on, none out. And the batter steps out before Cooper can get into his windup.
Moulter, a senior for University. Tall, 6'4" stature. University played Golden yesterday. Won a 16-14, and I mean it looks like they've had a good season so far.
Moulter fouls this one off his foot. Now 1-2.
University now they're 2-0. So maybe it might, even though it doesn't count on the stats or any records, just pull this one out and be just a good confidence booster for the guys at 1-3.
Cooper fires the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So one down here in the bottom of the third. That brings up Alex Martinez, who is replacing Braden Furrister in the order.
Martinez, a freshman for University, so good to see him out here too, trying to get in that bat here. University also playing peak to peak last week, winning 12-0. So nice to see both teams being competitive here. Although the Tigers' record doesn't show very much, it's just been close games, and it's been a really hard start to the season playing Holy Family, a very top team in the state. So trying to see maybe get a couple more wins, try to get even a stamp win. So good to see the guys keep being competitive.
Cooper works the 0-2 on Martinez. He misses outside. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. 2 swinging strikeouts for Kyle Cooper this inning. And he's dealt well after giving up 2 walks to start the inning.
So now Cooper's still in a good position. Runners first and second, but now got 2 outs. So Kyle now trying to maybe fighting a little bit more of his rhythm, like I said earlier. So we may keep him going.
Now the pitcher for University, Lee Strang. Again, base hit scores a run here, depending on which side of the field. This one fouled back to the screen by Strang. So the count runs even at 1-1. Off goes the runner from second base. Throw down is high, and he's in there. So University gets it to first and third, and now a base hit scores a run no matter what. 2-1 now to Strang.
Hard throw for Mendoza. The batter looked like he was stepping out, and he had to take an extra step to try to get that out and try to throw it back to third, but a little high. So a little bit off rhythm there with his throw, but it's hard when you got him already going and you're just thinking you're trying to get him out while the batter just kind of gets in your way. So
the 2-1 to Strang. Dribbled towards ball at short. Cross the diamond and in time for out number 3. Erie gets out of the inning unscathed. Still 2-1 as we go to the top of the 4th. Welcome back in here in the Erie Tiger Network. Alex Haley joined by Caleb Humble. Erie on top 2-1 as we enter the bottom of the fourth, or the top of the fourth. My apologies. Connor Leach leads things off for the Tigers.
Connor, sorry, go ahead.
The only extra base hit of the day for either team.
Yeah, you could see the right fielder is almost on the warning track. So about where Connor hit it last time.
The left fielder playing kind of shallow, maybe not anticipating a pull hit here from Leach. Strang deals the 1-1, swing and a miss. And now Leach finds himself in a hole 1-2.
Outfielders, though, for University look like they've been playing out a little bit more deep than Erie is total.
This one in the grass, really underthrown by Strang.
Looks like it kind of mishandled that, trying to come out of the hand. That was in the grass really early. So
the 2-2 to Leach. Taken high and in, and now a full count. So Strang loses 2 balls here, and now he's got to throw a strike. Here's the payoff. Taken high, so Leach gets on base with a walk to lead off the inning.
Austin, another one of the seniors here on the team, trying to. I heard that he has a tryout in the next coming weeks for McPherson, actually, the place that Kyle Cooper has already signed to play. So Klingmeyer really wants to try to see if he can play in college.
Austin Klingmeyer, the current center fielder, takes strike 1 at the knees. Klingmeyer tips this one away off of the umpire. So quickly, Klingmeyer down 0-2.
But hey, it's a good start, though, having Connor Leach on base. Klingmeyer had a nice hit last time out on the left, just a little high. Had a nice time for the left fielder to get under it. Klingmeyer, though, on last Saturday versus Holy Family, we had runners, first one out, second and third. Klingmeyer lines it to center, and a pinch runner was just a little too far off the bag on second base, threw it out for a double play.
This pickoff move, ball gets away, so Leach is going to advance to second and take a hard turn. He's going to take off for third. The throw beats him, it's bobbled, and he's upstanding. So Leach goes from first to third on the underthrow. Dangerous play there. The ball beat him by at least 6 steps.
Yeah, the pickoff back to first was just a little low for the first baseman to get. Hits the padding on the side and just keeps on rolling. So anywhere, any high school field, it's probably about half that distance that would have been covered. So it's a really far place for the first baseman or the right fielder to get to. But a great throw there back to third, just a little bit bobbled.
1-2 to Klingmeyer. Left low, so now even at 2-2. That huge gets Erie a runner in scoring position. This one hit out to right. Leach is going to run on the sac fly, and he ends up not going for it. Goes about halfway and comes back. So now 1 out, runner on third. That'll bring up Fisher Moore, the designated hitter today.
Been apparent for even just that at bat. Grayson Swanson out there in right field, a couple of really good throws back into home plate, and also with that throw back into third, trying to get Leach out on the missed pickoff.
Moore swings and misses at a pitch on the hands, 0-1, and this one's right down the middle. So quickly 0-2. And then Moore tips this one away. Another pitch on the hands.
Moore looks a little eager here to hit, so really needs to kind of settle in and try to find his pitch instead of letting them come to him.
The 0-2 from Strang is in the dirt, 1-2. This one also left low. Now 2-2 to Moore.
Moore looks a little bit more comfortable now, trying to find a couple that were a little low, a little outside. So trying to see if he can maybe get one here.
Here's the 2-2. Another pitch inside and a little bit high, swung on and missed. So now 2 down here in the top of the 4th. That'll bring up Trey Rarick, who's back in the game. He's hitting in the spot of Trevor Ball right now. And that'll tell you that Trevor Ball most likely going to be the next pitcher for Erie.
Still have Leach on third, 2 outs. Base hit scores.
Eric swings and misses at that one.
Big cut by Rarick there. Trying to see if he can get one over their heads, over the outfielders' heads.
Now 2 straight swings and misses. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss. And after Leach's hit and advance, University shuts down the rest of the order. We'll be right back. Welcome back in here on the Erie Tiger Network. Erie on top 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Trevor Ball enters the game, and replacing him at shortstop, Mason Vivi.
Hey, Mason, a freshman for the Tigers, so
This one chopped towards Vivi, across the diamond. Throw is high, it gets to the padding, and taking the turn is Medina. Dangerous turn there, as he could have been tagged out at that point.
Medina taking a very, very big turn. He was very wide. I mean, you're trying to see if he can go to second, but still was a little late when it coming back, when it hits the padding and came almost right back to the first base bag. So would have liked to see Medina there for University with a little bit. It was a little bit less of a turn.
This brings up Jackson Sansell for University. The scoreboard reads Nolan Johnson, but Number 40 on our lineup card is Sansell. Ball deals, runner goes. Throw down from Mendoza. Not in time. VV couldn't. It was in the dirt. VV couldn't pick it out. So now a runner in scoring position. Ball, curveball in there for strike one. So now 2-1 to Sansell.
And I believe now playing second base is another freshman, Mason Hill. So, nice to see a couple people out there.
Another curve fouled off by Sansell.
Ball putting in those curveballs pretty well. I mean, nice to throw in a couple in a row, sticking to what works. So, it wouldn't surprise me if you see a couple another of those coming in soon.
Ball deals. Fastball, swing and a miss. And down goes Sansell. So one down here, runner on second. And that'll bring up Roy Jorgensen.
First lefty we've seen here for University so far.
Ball looks the runner back. Breaking ball misses outside.
Good pitch there by Ball, trying to paint the outside corner just a little wide, but Ball have a nice showing here. Haven't seen him pitch much this year.
Ball misses high. Now 2-0. Ball again misses with the breaking ball. He's like that breaking ball today. Finally, Ball finds the strike zone.
Coach Gartrell may be coming in here for an interview, so a few minutes on that.
So Ball walks Jorgensen. And now runners on first and second. And that brings up Caleb Padilla, the shortstop.
Padilla with a nice hit last time, so Tigers here need to be careful. Trying to make at least amount of errors here in this inning, trying to keep the lead.
And I believe in a couple of other defensive changes, I believe I see Fisher Moore out there at first base. And it's hard to see from here as Padilla drilled it up the middle. It was caught by Hill, and they double up the runner that was on second. The hit and run doesn't work out for University, and Erie gets out of the inning. 2-1. We'll be right back with the top of the fifth. Welcome back in here in the Erie Tiger Network. Erie hanging on to a 2-1 lead over University. And the Tigers back at the plate. Only 6 combined hits between the two teams today. New pitcher for University, Cox, deals to number 16 for Erie. That is Isaac Kana.
Kana usually a pinch runner, so nice to see him getting there at bat.
Quick 0-2 count delivered from Cox. Swing and a miss, and a 1-2-3 at bat from Cox. Now Nash Phillips comes back up for Erie.
Nash Phillips, only a sophomore here, trying to make his mark on the Tigers. I mean, it's a good place. You have Gavin Mendoza, you have Nash Phillips staying with the Tigers.
Phillips skies this one out to shallow right, and it's handled by University. Play made by Jorgensen out and right. And a quick 2 outs for Erie. Now Gavin Mendoza at the plate. He's made some good contact so far this game. Cox misses the zone with the first pitch.
Mendoza last time up, line one out to right. Just a little off on that one, right to the right fielder. So maybe try to put one in a gap here.
That one inside, so 2-0 to Mendoza. And Cox misses the zone again, so 3-0 to Mendoza. And a four-pitch walk to Gavin Mendoza.
See the first batter, Isaac Kana, have a 1-2-3 at bat, and then one at bat later, have Gavin Mendoza have 4 straight balls. So Mendoza very patient at the plate, trying to get his own pitches. But Mendoza also now getting a pinch runner. Believe that's going to be Fisher. Is that Fisher Moore?
That is Fisher Moore. So Mason Vivi, who's currently in right field, now up at the plate.
Actually, correction, I believe it's John Thorin there for a pitch runner. So nice to see him out there.
So Vivi, the freshman, up against Cox in a tight 2-1 game. Cox deals. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. Now 1-2.
Vivi he plays football also, and then now playing baseball in the spring. So good start for the freshman.
This one just out of play, foul from Vivi. Breaking ball slapped into the gap in between first and second base, and that'll be a base hit from Vivi.
I believe that is Mason's first on base hit for his high school career. So pretty cool to get that at Coors Field.
Now Grayson Schenbeck steps up to the plate for Erie. And a swing and a miss. And I don't believe that's actually Grayson Schenbeck out there, as Grayson is a couple rows down from us sitting in the crowd. Not 100% who that is out here. But it's 1-1. This one fouled back to the screen. Jaden Cox delivers the payoff. Outside, ball 2. This one hit deep out to left. Left fielder ranges back, and that one's going to bounce over his head. 1 run's going to score. They're going to send VV to the plate, and he's going to score standing up. A 2-out double puts Erie up 4-1.
So what inning was that?
Still not sure who that is out there. Number 13. As on the scoreboard it said it was Grayson Schenbeck. Now this ball hit in foul territory out towards the right side of the field. And looks like that was Tyler Russell who hit that ball out to left field and is now on second base. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this player is Alex Cito. On the scoreboard, it says it's Connor Leach. But I believe this is Alex Cito. So Cox deals the 2-1. And that one swung on. Now Russell moves and ball gets away, so Russell's going to head to the plate and score standing up. Another error from University, and now it's 5-1 Erie. So now base is empty for Cito, the 2-2. This one lined into center, right at the center fielder, and that'll end the inning. So after 4.5 here at Coors Field, Erie on top 5-1. We'll be right back. Welcome back in here on the Erie Tiger Network. We're going to try our best to keep up with defensive changes and new batters, but a lot of the guys who have sold their tickets that are on C and JV, as this ball is ripped to right field and almost caught but mishandled by the right fielder. So a stand-up double lead off from University. And that is Jones, Kyle Jones. So Zach Reese now behind the plate catching. Grady Wolver out at second base. Ball deals. High, ball one.
Ball now playing had a couple of now playing a couple of innings, so really showing himself. Last inning had a couple of really good at bats, he got ahead in the count and a couple of strikeouts. So nice keeping him in here, and nice also having a couple of new additions to the defense. Grady Wolver, a freshman, so nice seeing a bunch of freshmen on here.
And that one hits the batter. So Dre Chacon will take first.
But three hit by pitches so far this game, so usually you don't see that many. 3 talks from the ump behind the plate. So trying to see if maybe we can limit those. Trying to keep the least amount of batters on. Let batters just get a free pass to go on base. So
now Casey Montgomery at the plate for University with 2 on and none out. And ball misses the first 2-0. And ball misses the zone again. Quickly a 3-0 count.
Ball now looking he looked a little upset after that little rough start, hitting a batter, leadoff double, now down a 3-0. There it is.
That one right there, so 3-1.
Trying to get one right down the middle. Usually you don't have a lot of hitters hitting on a 3-0 count, trying to have one take, because you're up 3-0 and you get a line drive to someone, so it wouldn't be super good.
This one fouled off by Montgomery. Now a full count. Here's the full count pitch. Chopped back just under the glove of Ball, and this is going to score a run. Throw into the plate, and they'll hold the runner at third. That's Kyle Jones.
I believe that was Kana up in center field. Had a nice throw back into home plate. Trying to hold up that runner, but now bases loaded with no outs. So Ball here trying to escape with least amount of damage. Even though I have a bit of a cushion of 5-1, like to see get out the least amount of runs possible.
Strike one in there for Ball. Bases loaded. And as unlikely as it is, just want to point out that one swing of the bat could tie this game. Breaking ball also in there, 0-2. This one back towards Ball. This could be a double play ball. The flip and Wolver's throw is not in time, so a run scores. Now 5-2. Erie's still on top, 1 out.
over there. Took a couple steps, so it was really hard to get a runner out trying to go into first base when you take a couple extra steps, plus have to wind up and then throw it back out to first, trying to get that other person out.
I thought the shortstop could have probably kept that for himself and touched the bag and made the throw.
Yeah, it's trying to be. I feel like they're trying to be a little bit more like to the book, trying to keep things as they should be, while just free flowing, let the game come to you. So trying to see, even though now it's 5-2, trying to see if Tigers can keep it going here, maybe get a double play.
Pinch runner at first is Nolan Johnson, who started the game in center field. And Chaden Cox now at the plate for University, the current pitcher. Cox rips this one into left. That's going to be in the gap, and that's going to score one easily. Rounding third, that got all the way to the wall. Cox is going to try to take it. The throw in, and Cox heads back to third. So a triple for Chaden Cox, and it's 5-4. So University puts up 3 here in the bottom of the 5th, still only 1 out. Now Joe Medina up to the plate. And that's going to be a foul ball. Medina turned the wrong way on that one. It was inside. Bunt attempt is fouled off by Medina, trying to squeeze the runner home.
Which is a really kind of tricky play, trying to lay it down the first base line because you still got a runner coming home.
That one would have scored the runner. No one was charging in. Now Medina fouls it back off the screen. Again, the tying run on third base. Dead ball here as ball came in from Erie's bullpen.
Trying to see here who is out there in that bullpen. I believe that's Nash Phillips out there, so get him an inning or two.
Now Medina fouls this one back into the crowd, and it was hauled in by a kid.
They should be able to let him keep that one. Barehanded it, hit his hand off the chest, back into the hand. I would have said, tuck that away, don't let anyone see it.
So Ball and Medina in a battle here, 1-2. Ball leaves that one high over the head. University has out-hit Erie in this game, but 3 errors on defense. Breaking ball just misses inside. So a full count to Joe Medina. And another breaking ball left inside puts Medina on first. 1 out, runners on the corners.
Ball looked really frustrated this inning. He needs to try to calm down and try to see if he can put him in the right spots again. When he hits the spots, they're beautiful pitches, so really needs to just try to find his rhythm, try to calm down here.
Now Samsel back up for University. A breaking ball left in again. 1-0.
All those breaking balls in the same exact spot. And just ump's not giving it to him. He's still just a little bit inside every time.
That fastball is low. Ball really struggling out there. A walk would load the bases. Pick off to first, mishandled by Moore, and the runner doesn't go. That's a dangerous move there, a pick off to first with a runner on third. Don't see that too often.
And we've already seen at least 2 errors of a pickoff, so it's a little hard when you have a runner on third.
This one skied in foul territory. Moore's under it, and he makes the grab. So 2 outs in the inning now. Runners on the corners. Ball trying to deal out of the inning. And now the lefty Roy Jorgensen at the plate. This one fouled off and out of play. Again, base hit ties the game here. The 0-1. Breaking ball caught the inside corner before it dove into the left-handed batter's box.
Ball not looking very happy with that call there. He thought he caught that corner, so needs to try to stay positive here.
This one squib back to ball, knocked down with the right hand, and no play. So University ties it up at 5 with a 4-run 5th inning. Now Levi Dart at the plate for the Bulldogs. Runners on first and second. Ball deals at the knees, strike 1.
Tigers now just trying to get out of this inning. Just trying to see if they can get back to swinging the bats. It's been a while, so trying to see if they can find any kind of hits here. Try to keep the offense going.
The ball misses again. 1-1. And another breaking ball misses from Ball. Fastball ripped into left center. It is into the gap. Another run will score for University. They're going to send the runner from third. And no throw to the plate. 7-5, University puts up 6 in the 5th inning. And now they're going to put in Nash Phillips. They're going to take Trevor Ball out of this game. So pitching change, we'll take a quick break and be right back at you on the ETN. Welcome back in here in the Erie Tiger Network. University puts up 6 runs in the 5th inning, now 2 outs. And the man who led off the inning, Kyle Jones, at the plate. Nash Phillips, the new pitcher for the Tigers, in relief of Trevor Ball. And a runner on second for University. This one grounded past the shortstop, Boscia. They're going to send the runner. Throw into the plate. Cut off by Alex Cito, and University puts another run on the board. So 8-5, University has put up 7 runs in this inning. And now Dre Chacon back up at the plate for University. Erie had a 5-1 lead going into this inning. It is 8-5. Phillips misses the first 2. It's 2-0.
University, though, in their first couple of games have scored a lot of runs. Just in the 2 games they've scored, I think they've scored about 27 runs, not counting this one. So the ability for University to have some offense and put up numbers is, it's something you got to look at here, but just trying to minimize the damage on defense, even though there's only 2 outs, really hard.
And a 4-pitch walk to Chacon from Phillips puts 2 on with 2 outs. Now Montgomery back up at the plate. And there's strike 1 right down the pipe from Phillips.
Nice to see him find the center of the stripe there, so trying to see if he can get one more here.
This one out towards center, and that'll end the inning. University puts up 7 runs in the 5th inning. They lead 8-5. We'll be right back. Fifth inning, and the Bulldogs now up by 3. Erie in desperate need of some offense here in the top of the 6th. Cody Yopp now joining me in relief of Caleb Humble. And the scoreboard yet again wrong here at Coors Field says Daniel Betancourt is at the plate. Well, we interviewed Dan earlier today as he tips his cap in the stands.
That was a pretty good interview with Daniel too, talking about how this team is a little inexperienced, but they are still a very good team. And Caleb Humber, our new cameraman, doing a great job out here.
Still not sure about the batter or what the name is, but strike 1 swung on and missed. could be wrong. I believe the batter is Connor Quinn, who is a freshman. And an 0-2 start.
Being a freshman playing here, it's very scary, honestly, because this is the big stage.
New pitcher for University, Swanson, misses that one. Swanson deals the 1-2 curveball. Completely beat Quinn and dropped third strike. University makes the play. So one out here in the top of the 6th.
Playing here at Coors Field is a very great experience for all these young kids, and something you'll always remember.
And not sure who the hitter is. Swanson deals. Dribbled back to Swanson. This should be an easy play. And the underhand toss is on point. So a quick 2 outs from Swanson. Now, Dylan Kelly at the plate for Erie. Swanson deals the 0-1. That's wide. Evens it out at 1 apiece.
Alex, how do you think it is for all these freshmen to get this new experience of playing at Coors Field?
Well, I would say it's definitely something you remember for the rest of your life. And another underhand toss. Swanson gets the most defensive action out of the entire University defense. And that should be 3 outs, but looks like that's only 2. It looks like Zach Ailey is going to get an at-bat here.
A current Erie Tiger Network member.
As he faces Swanson. I believe University already got 3 outs in the inning. But I'm not 100% sure as Swanson deals that one in the dirt for ball 1. And that one's in there for strike 1 on Ailey.
And Zach being one of the smaller people on this team, he's got a little bit of power, but he's mainly quick. And I would love to see if he can get a hit and run this out and get a easy base.
That one in the dirt as well. I think something that Zach talks about at home and he really prides himself on is having a good eye. And I'll tell you what, Zach keeps a log of every game, keeps all of his own stats, and reviews them after each game. Swanson now 3-1 on Ailey.
He's scared of that speed that Zach has right now.
So the 3-1 to Ailey. That's right down the pipe, and it makes it full. Swanson deals the payoff. Swing and a miss, and down goes Ailey. That'll be the inning. Swanson gets through it 1, 2, 3. After 5.5 here at Coors Field, University on top 8-5. When we return. Welcome back on the ETN, and unfortunately, that's going to be all we have for you today. The game ends after 5.5 innings here at Coors Field. University wins this exhibition 8-5 after a 7-run 5th inning, and I believe we just reached our 2-hour time limit. And so that's going to be it for us. For Caleb Humble and Cody Opp, I'm Alex Ailey signing off on the Erie Tiger Network.